All right, it's just one thing after another. First of all, my father's a truck driver, and this not only affects deliveries, this affects our livelihood. This affects our ability to live, to pay bills, which is ridiculous to begin with, but this we have to live like in this society, and it affects our ability to buy food and sustenance, to buy water, to buy anything to eat or drink. Think about this. If there's no diesel, there's no shipments. First, things happened all of last year. First, it was that virus crisis. Then it was multiple war crises. Then, the Ukraine crisis caused a shortage of bread. Then people went out and bought things from the grocery stores. But before that, last year, it was a gas shortage because gasoline, people then got scared, went out to the gas stations and bought a bunch of gas, filled up their gas tanks and we had to bring Nana gas. That all happened last year. We had to bring my Nana gas in a gas tank at the one gas station that had gas. We went all the way up there, drove out to her house, filled up her lawnmower, and filled up her car so that she could actually have gas. Because she didn't have enough to make it to town, because she was wanting to find gas in town, but all the gas stations were empty. And then they said, we have a supply on hand up there, a reserve, but our reserves are going out. And other gas stations said, we've got a reserve, we've got an amount. It was a false crisis created. Then people got panicked, went out and bought more. Then there was the coin shortage. And again, right now, we've got a coin shortage. Companies are saying things like, my cousin was telling me she'll go in a place and they'll say, we don't have change. Can you use exact amounts or use your phone to pay? Or card, or use tap to pay. We prefer those transactions, a contactless payment. We prefer contactless payment because we don't have change. We want exact amounts. This is ridiculously the third time we've had a coin shortage. First time they melted down a lot of the bat coins. Then it was because, we had a issue with coins. Change wasn't circulating during the virus. Change wasn't circulating, so we had problems with that. Then all of a sudden, you've got China, India, and other nations going completely cashless. And it was really convenient because they started to monitor during that time. I like the flexibility of, if you've got money, plenty of money, it's great. Now, but if you don't, it's not. I like the flexibility of being able to use cash or the phone or a card. I like to choose. I like the convenience of the digital payments, yes. But when I need or want to or can, not forced, then the dragon comes up with the society where they have a social credit system where you can't buy or sell or even participate in society if you are not of a certain score in your social credit. And they're thinking of trying that here. And then you see these, oh my goodness, have you heard about the assisted suicide in Canada? Oh man, that is just, they're allowing children, if they're depressed or dark, and I can never think of, oh my goodness, I just don't understand. That is crazy. It's assisted suicide in Canada for children. They claim that you're not in sound mind and able to make certain decisions until you're 18, in some cases 21, and yet suddenly you can decide whether you die at that age? Come on. And even after birth abortion, where they can just crush or kill the child, that is just evil, pure evil. And then you've got situations taking place where our politicians here in the United States, it just peeves me. It ticks me off. But you see the flipping situations where you got people, our politicians over here, stating, well, if you'd aborted your children, then you'd be able to afford to live. What kind of an answer is that? And then they asked them, what's the answer to inflation in this crisis? They said abortion. It is really, really sad times, folks. We can get out of this. We can make our way through this. We've made it through times before. The Great Depression, the Dust Bowl, tyranny of the world wars, Germany. We've made it through it before. But this is just really something. Really is. But then it was the gas crisis. And then, but yeah, they claim children aren't even able to make sound decisions until they're a certain age, but yet then they're allowed to make decisions of that or change their gender. A child in our family asked me, "Are you male?" I'm like, "Yes." "Are you both?" "No." Like, do you have two people inside of you? I mean, what are they teaching children now? They said, oh my goodness gracious. One of my cousin's children, that'd be a niece. She said, I think that'd be a niece. Yeah, but she said, I think, I don't know. Anyway, but she stated that she asked me, she's only like, I don't know, 7, 8, maybe not even that. But she asked me if I was, like, if I defined as male, or if I'm both, or if I was like, do I have a male and female inside me? No, I'm a male. I'm a guy. And it's just, oh my goodness. They teach them this stuff, and it's just weird. It's a heck of a handbag. But anyway, then we went through that crisis, then the gas crisis, the oil crisis, and then the war in Ukraine then caused what they called more supply chain issues. Then they claimed that, then they tried the trucker strike, and then they said that was a problem. Then truckers were having issues getting supplies, and then they claimed, oh, there's a trucker shortage, when there was not a trucker shortage. My Pilot Travel Center loves, and my father could also assure you that. Oh my goodness, now a child was shot at a birthday party. Whew. Child shot at a birthday party just now. Dog, I'm telling you. Dog. It's crazy. Here as I'm talking, I get news of a child shot at a birthday party. Anyway, now they're saying the diesel shortage is worsening, and then our so-called leadership goes over to other overseas and begs for oil back after slamming that country, slamming Saudi Arabia, and then saying a hateful comment to them, and then expects them to give us oil. And then it's like, boo-hoo, forget you. And then, we need you again. What? And then Russia decided to go ahead and give the grain and the bread back. They said, we're going to go ahead and, get our trade agreement back for bread and grain. And all of a sudden, Ukraine starts attacking them with drones again. And they said, well, the deal is off. Now there's going to be a shortage of bread. They just love these shortages to continue. They love these crises to continue. Because I think what's going on is going to get as bad as it can get so that some hero can come in. I still feel 2030, though. I think there's a shift coming before then, but 2030 is a very important point. But then after all these shortages, we've gone through crisis after crisis, virus after virus. We've gone through fear tactics, riots, literal riots in the streets, people burning things down, destroying homes and businesses, murdering each other, going insane, telling people you're this if you are, you're that if you're not, you that, hate and division. And then they divided us through lies again. And then they told us, there's one comedian, he said, there's a chicken wing shortage. I'm thinking, he said, okay, I don't know about you, but you can't have a chicken wing shortage, but we got plenty of thighs, they said. So it's crazy. You gotta have, you have no common sense if you think there's a chicken wing shortage, but there's not a shortage of legs and thighs. And now they're claiming, now chicken, some got back in stock, but guess what? Price is still high. They left the prices like they were. If you go get a 5 wings now, they charge you $9. 5 wings, $9. 5 tenders, $10. It's insane. You go to O'Charley's, you get 4 tenders. Now, used to be 6 tenders. I went to O'Charley's for the first time since, oh my goodness, it's been 6 years since I've been to O'Charley's. We rarely ever go out anywhere to eat, and they charged a hefty price for just 4 tenders. And the food's not even as good as it used to be. For their potato soup that come with it, they just threw raw potatoes into the soup. And they said during the pandemic, people forgot how to cook. And they don't know how to make pizzas. They don't know how to make soups or anything. Go to get a pizza now. It's like, here, $20, one pizza, $22. It's awful. And all it's on is pepperoni. And now they're claiming there's a diesel shortage after all these other shortages, all these low stocks in the stores, and all the supply chain issues. And now they said, oh, we've got another supply chain issue, threatens to worsen inflation. Someone needs to do something about this, and it needs to be, a message needs to be given. A stern message needs to be given, because Elon himself even said, I know he's a rich tycoon. I know that. I know he's a rich dude. I know it. I know. But even he himself said, what is going on? There is no reason for starvation. There's no reason for inflation. He said, you've got the goods. The rich are hoarding it. They're putting all of our food into storages where they will have sustenance when the society breaks down. They're all thinking for themselves, but I got news. Just like prophecy says, they'll try to hide. They will try to hide, but they cannot. And there'll be nowhere safe for them to hide. And there is no... People, listen, that is our livelihood. Diesel is gone. Our livelihood is gone. That's the backbone of shipments. Then they do things, you know they do it, and you know they do it. My father drove over the Mississippi River and over in the Tennessee River and Missouri. They're going dry. He said the water's gone. Pulled into the earth, it's just gone. They need rain so badly, and it's just dried. And they act as though, we told you so. It wasn't like this. From 2014 to 2016, it was on and off stuff happening. But after 2018 through 2020, we had a lot of rain nonstop. Things were replenished. Things were doing good. Overall, for 7 years or so, we had a lot of rain here in this area. And then all of a sudden that just collapsed. Now everything's drying up. We're getting rain here and there, but not enough to keep us in water supply. And it's uncalled for. There's no reason for it. I know there's GeoEngine weather mod taking place. And I know it's part of the times too. But I just want to say, there's no excuse for it. I, for one, am fed up with it. I know all of you are. But now oil prices are going to soar to $120. Diesel crisis poses an even greater threat. Oil and gas is going up again. We're using our gasoline and our oil and our diesel reserves. What time in history have you seen such blatant either stupidity or forced crises? I have never seen such blatant forced crisis in my life. And see here it says that the regulators are considering just phasing out the diesel big rigs. That's the point. They want to move to their next big thing, their next moneymaker, their next agenda. Some people are saying it's going to be a very rough Christmas. I've heard that for a good while now. It's uncalled for. And now you've got boats trying to cross the Mississippi. They can't cross it. They can't cross the river. So more supply chain problems. Why not use planes? Why not use drones? You have all types of things besides boats. We live in 2022 and you can't use something besides boats to deliver goods and services. All right, I'm done ranting. I love you all. Thanks for the emails. Thanks for the love. I appreciate it. But I just want to say a lot of this stuff is just uncalled for.